Good afternoon. The Labour Party have avoided another damaging by-election defeat, clinching victory in Batley and Spen. Kim Leadbeater, standing in the seat her sister Jo Cox represented before her murder, won by just 323 votes. Our political correspondent Libby Vina reports from Batley.
Hello, everybody! We did it! How are you doing?
Oh, yeah. She certainly did. The sister of the murdered MP, Jo Cox, winning in the same seat, against the odds and in the face of some ugly abuse. Keir Starmer condemned that as he celebrated with her.
Labour is back. This is just the start. I want many more days like this. Labour is coming home.
This is a victory for Kim, not Keir, isn't it?
It's a victory for the whole Labour movement. It's a special victory.
But it was a very narrow victory, hardly a vindication of your leadership.
It's a huge victory for Batley and Spen.
For Kim Leadbeater, even standing in the constituency once held by her late sister took courage.
How much does it mean to you, given that your late sister represented this community?
It's very emotional for me, for obvious reasons. But, you know, Jo would be extremely proud of me, and I'm really clear if I can be half the MP that she was, then that'll be pretty good going.
The Tories insist their chances of turning this West Yorkshire town blue were always slim.
I would say that actually we fought an incredibly positive, Brian Stevenson fought an incredibly positive campaign, and all things considered did very well to reduce a long-standing Labour majority, several decades old.
But for this man, George Galloway, a former Labour MP who stood hoping to unseat Keir Starmer, Labour's majority might have been much higher. Far from being curtains for Keir, this by-election has given him another chance. Libby Vina, ITV News, Batley.
The German leader has said double-jabbed Britons should be able to holiday in Germany without quarantine in the foreseeable future, raising hopes this could apply across the EU soon. Well, Angela Merkel held talks with Boris Johnson earlier and said travel restrictions are being reviewed for those who have received 2 vaccines. Previously, she has suggested the EU should impose quarantine restrictions on Britons regardless of their vaccination status. COVID infections are continuing to rise across the UK. Office for National Statistics data suggests the ONS estimates there was a notable increase in infection rates across England, Wales and Scotland, but officials say vaccines are stopping similar rises in hospital admissions. Around 1 in every 250 people may now be infected by coronavirus. 2 Army veterans who were facing murder charges from the Northern Ireland Troubles, including on Bloody Sunday in 1972, will now not face trial. Northern Ireland's Public Prosecution Service concluded that there is no longer a reasonable prospect of convicting either soldier, known as Soldier F and Soldier B. Well, Soldier F was to be prosecuted over the deaths of James Ray and William McKinney on Bloody Sunday. Soldier B was to be prosecuted for the murder of 15-year-old Daniel Hegarty in Derry later in 1972. The England squad will arrive in Rome later, where they hope to continue their winning run at the Euros. Gareth Southgate and his men are focused on the next job to win against Ukraine tomorrow and progress to the semi-finals. Here's Neil Connery.
For England, Rome awaits. Victory in their quarter-final against Ukraine there tomorrow night will take them to the furthest they've been in the Euros in 25 years. But they know the challenge they need to overcome first in the Stadio Olimpico.
It's obviously going to be a tough game. You know, it's going to be difficult against a different opposition, a different location, different weather and stuff. But yeah, no, we just have to play to what we know, and we'll have been preparing all this week leading up to it. So fingers crossed we can go there and get the win.
With fans advised not to travel to Rome because of COVID, England may lack the roof-raising noise which surrounded their victory against Germany at Wembley. For England fans lucky enough to live close to the stadium, there's no shortage of passion.
There's nothing more that I would love for it to come home. We want it to come home. We want to party. We want to celebrate. We want something to live
back here at this Ukrainian club, they're preparing for a very different result.
Very confident. I believe we've got the spirit to do really well this year. I feel like with our players and Yarmolenko coming up strong, I think we've got a real chance of pulling through.
I believe in you, lads!
For England fans, the nerves are starting to build, but so too the hopes that another success in their Euro odyssey could be looming on the horizon. Neil Connery, ITV News.
A financial firm is asked to withdraw as co-conservator of Britney Spears' financial affairs. The Bessemer Trust are joint guardians of the singer's estate, along with her father, Jamie Spears. The Trust says it doesn't want to be part of the arrangement after Britney described the conservatorship as abusive. Tennis, and it's a big day at Wimbledon with both Dan Evans and Andy Murray on court later. They'll be watched from the Royal Box by the Duchess of Cambridge, who's already seen Andy's brother Jamie in doubles action today. She had a tour of the tournament's kitchens earlier as well, which were used to cook meals for vulnerable during lockdown. And that is all. We are back later, but for now, enjoy the football. Bye-bye.